Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Olga Ospina with a look at the impacts of this atmospheric river, still bringing us some very heavy rain as well as snow to Southern California. And you can see it here on our radar. Really, LA right now getting the brunt of the storm. We're going to continue still with some heavy rain as we head into later this afternoon and the evening hours. So want to take a closer look at where we're seeing some of those pockets and more of that moderate to heavy rain. That's going to be out through the LA area, places like Century City into Los Angeles. As we head into the San Gabriel, some of those foothills also seeing some very heavy rain currently into the Antelope Valley also. And then that snow impacting those higher elevations. Our mountains seeing a lot of snow for the resorts. So let's take a look at Futurecast, what you can expect for that evening commute. Still seeing some moderate rain across parts of LA into Ventura County, but for that commute in the evening, especially the Inland Empire is going to be seeing some really heavy rain, and then continuing still into Monday evening, becoming a little bit more moderate for all of us. As we head into Tuesday, still seeing some impacts for that Monday morning or that Tuesday morning commute, and then snow levels will start to drop as we head into Tuesday night and Wednesday, with some of those mountain passes also being impacted. As we head into Tuesday afternoon, you're seeing kind of a bit of a break for a lot of us. Some lighter rain out through Ventura and LA, and we'll continue to see that rain weaken as we head into Wednesday with drier conditions as we head into late in the week and into the weekend. So let's talk about rain totals, 2-day totals. These are really very impressive. Some of these breaking a lot of records. Topanga, more than 10 inches of rain so far. Bel Air also at more than 10.5 inches. Woodland Hills at near that. Agora Hills at nearly 8 inches of rain so far. Pasadena is at more than 5 inches. And downtown Los Angeles nearing 6.5 inches of rain. Again, this is just in 2 days. And these totals for just 2 days have exceeded what typically we see during the rainiest months out of the year, January and February. So want to show you what we have in place. Flood watch, and that's going to continue for all of us through at least tomorrow afternoon. But want to show you some of the real problem areas right now. That's going to be for eastern Ventura County as well as much of LA County, as well as the Santa Monica Mountains with that flash flood warning. So a lot of these areas have seen in excess of 5 inches of rain, and we're seeing some really heavy downpours. So we're going to continue with this flash flood warning through this afternoon into the evening hours. That includes places like Thousand Oaks, into a lot of the San Fernando Valley, as well as part of the San Gabriels, impacting those regions still through much of the day. And then the flooding threat today, it is highest for LA into Orange County, as well as the Inland Empire. Things do start to improve as we head into tomorrow, with more of a slight threat for most of our region, and then things continuing to improve as we head into Wednesday before that flooding threat really goes away on Thursday. So here's a look at what we're watching. Rain totals, they've been bumped up from what we originally had. 4 to 8 inches for coasts and valleys once everything is said and done. 8 to 14 inches for mountains and foothills. Heavy snow is going to be up to about 5 feet at the highest peaks, and snow levels drop down by Tuesday night. That means places like the Grapevine could be seeing those impacts with some delays and closures, and that flood watch that continues across Southern California through at least tomorrow afternoon. So here's a look at that winter storm warning. Very dangerous conditions for the mountains. If you're doing any traveling, definitely take it easy out there on the road. Really not recommended to get on the road to the mountains. We have the winds still in place, and of course that very heavy snow that's going to be dropping down on Tuesday night. Rain chances do diminish as we head into the middle and the end of the week. And by the weekend, things are going to be looking much better with drier conditions on the way, as well as some slightly warmer temperatures. But at least that rain finally lightening up. All right, we're going to take a look at what is happening with Jeff Nguyen. He is continuing our storm coverage.
Jeff Nguyen here in the Beverly Crest area, where there is a trail of destruction from all of this rain. Let me step aside to show it to you, because this home slid off its foundation and basically pancaked onto the Subaru right here. As we tilt our camera upward, you can see there is a retaining wall right there where the home used to sit, and right above that is where the hillside just basically gave way. In the foreground of your screen, you'll see what used to be deck and right behind that, we assume it is where the home used to sit. Once the home came down, it slammed into a couple of other homes. We spoke to the person living inside of that home. He said the hill gave way at about 2 o'clock this morning. There was a lot of noise. He and his girlfriend and his daughter and their dog were trapped inside, so they basically had to walk around all of this debris on the other side of the street to get around. As we tilt our camera down, you can see that the home that crumbled basically pancaked onto that carport right there. 2 cars are sitting inside. Fortunately, we are told no one was inside the home that broke apart. Neighbors say that it had been sold recently and the new owner was set to do some renovation work. But this is all of the debris and belongings that you see in this driveway. Even if the folks who live here are able to access their cars, they're not able to get out of here. Down the hill, we also found the remains of a piano. So what is incredible about all of this is that no one was hurt. And as we come back here, I want to give you an idea of just how tricky it is, because this is my boot right here and it's about ankle deep in the mud. So in order for any work to be done, for anyone to come in here to clean this out, all of this is going to need to start drying, because this is just impossible to work with. And you can just see how tough it was for me to just get out of that mud. We will have more on this for you throughout the day on KCAL News beginning at 4 p.m.
We are in Studio City where cleanup efforts are well underway, but Mother Nature certainly not making it easy for these residents here in this Studio City neighborhood as the rain keeps coming down. Behind me, you can see exactly what is left from that mudslide that happened last night, really bringing significant damage to this area. You can see this home here, lots of debris. And as you look a little closer, you can see that the garage door is actually busted out and there are boulders absolutely everywhere going down this street. We'll show you that in just a little bit, but across the way, this is Scott Toro's home. He says that he woke up to what sounded like a helicopter crash. And when he ran out with his wife, they both saw debris starting to accumulate close to their home and also boulders just rolling down his street. And this is the aftermath. Take a look. You can see wooden planks, gutters. This used to be across the way, marking the address of his neighbor's home. Trees, fences, and lots of dirt, rocks, and ultimately boulders. And when I tell you that it continues to rain, take a look at this runoff. I mean, it is powerful, and you can see that going down this street, and neighbors tell us it looked much worse. You can see boulders, you can see household items, wood. Folks from the home where you saw that garage door that was busted were actually trying to collect some of their items. But as you can see, they are scattered all over the place. I mean, here you can see a plate that's broken. And again, more household items. And this stretches out far down the street. And where you see all of this runoff kind of going down the road here, this was all covered in dirt, according to residents we spoke to. So yesterday, officials warned folks that they should evacuate, and all of them did. Most of them came back kind of to see the damage left behind. And of course, this is what they saw. Stay with KCAL News as we talk to more residents and get their testimony of what they lived through as the mudslide came through several homes.